forward by the creative pop art elements that you can see around it. And then you can see the skyline of Pittsburgh in the middle. So all of this together really highlights Aaliyah Musica's musical and rich culture, as well as highlighting Pittsburgh's arts culture that's been around for ages and has really brought a lot of people to the city. So here we have a widespread social media plan for Aaliyah Musica. This kind of helps focus your ideas of who we post to, when we post, what do we post in, and based on the psychographics that we were talking about earlier, and how you can really get your message across. So the survey that we conducted and the research we conducted throughout our presentation really support this, but we suggest that because over 80% of the target audience really cares about social media and uses it frequently, it'd be best to post at least 2 times a week, if not 2 to 4 times a week, on Instagram and Facebook. These posts could include bios on guest composers or performers that you're having at upcoming events. They can also post snippets of your past experiences and events that you hosted, as well as engaging with local art venues and locations that really have a different audience than what Aaliyah Musica typically has. So kind of connecting more into the art scene throughout Pittsburgh as a way to get your name out there. We also have some recommendations for the website up here, generally just keeping the calendar updated, as well as keeping a biography about the different performers that you have. So in our campaign deliverables, which you guys will get a copy of later, we have a lot of specifics into our media advertisements. These all fit within the budget that we were given, and we will cover them briefly. Now we will also go into more detail in the campaign documents. So first, we propose using Google AdWords as a way to promote your brand and get some higher click-through rates, as Rachel was talking about. We also recommend doing promoted Facebook events, really to spread the reach of Aaliyah Musica on Facebook, as that is one of the main reasons that people find out about cultural and arts events throughout Pittsburgh. We also recommend using internet radio such as Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, because you can target those ads to specific regions, as well as have them specific to your upcoming event or your brand entirely. So these, again, all are within the campaign document, and they fit within the deliverables in the budget that we're given. So as we talked about throughout this presentation, we have a kickoff event planned, what that we think would be a good idea for Aaliyah Musica, really just to launch the new media strategy that we've been planning. So personally, I'm very excited if this were to ever be a thing, but we would call it Pioneering the Abstract, really to get a sense of Aaliyah Musica's abstract approach to a really classical style, so the more contemporary vision, and we feel like that would pair well in conjunction with Texture Contemporary Ballet, which is a local performance-based group that takes the traditional art of ballet and does a more contemporary, abstract, interpretive style, which we think the visuals of Aaliyah Musica and their auditory sounds really pair well with the sensory and visual experience of the Texture Contemporary Ballet. So combining those 2 art forms would really help expand the target audience of both of the key loyalists in your fan base, as well as expand to the larger region of Pittsburgh. And then speaking of the demographic that we'd like to come to this event, we also mentioned how venue was a huge element of our events. So we chose the Ace Hotel. I'm sure many people in here have heard of it. It's a really popular location up and coming in East Liberty. It's a renovated YMCA that's now a hotel with a bar and a coffee shop. And they host a lot of different events with the Warhol Museum, as well as individual events with lots of different arts and cultural events throughout the city. So we would suggest having it at the Ace Hotel, which would be in probably their large renovated gymnasium, which gives it another interesting retro kind of vintage vibe tied in with more of a modern component, which Aaliyah Musica and then Texture would bring to the table as well. Total, the budget would be around $2,000 based on our estimates that we've received from the people at the Ace Hotel, as well as different components that would be part of this event, such as the cash bar and the 21 and up components. But that is all subject to what day it is, what time of season, and also that is the cost before you would split it with Texture Contemporary Ballet, and also before the sponsorship packages that we'll talk about more. But the general kickoff event would be geared towards people of all different ages, probably between 25 and 50, and the more affluent and educated audience would be targeted to this because of its location and because of the pairing with Texture and Aaliyah Music Cup together.
All right, so finally, we're going to bring this all back around. It's wonderful to talk about all of the possibilities and things you could do, but we wanted to give you a really clear roadmap on how you could actually implement the campaign that we have put together for you. So, like we were touched upon earlier, we have a booklet for you, but we also have a flash drive with all of the raw files so that you can actually utilize them moving forward. And those pieces will all fit into our marketing timeline. So really what we landed on was doing more of a 6-month timeline research, looking at insights, knowing where to go next are a really important part of any advertising PR campaign. So we decided to narrow down into the first 6 months because we think that from January to April, all of the tactics that we suggested for you to implement will pay dividends throughout the year. Search engine optimization, you need to keep up with managing it, but once you improve it, you'll see major boosts. And then along with that, with the social media, posting more regularly, seeing what kind of feedback you're getting, those will all be components that you see grown up throughout the year. So in January, we suggest launching the new logo on social media, implementing that regular social media calendar, and our search engine optimization suggestions. Begin organizing the Pioneering the Abstract event. So we have the information for the Ace Hotel in the packet. I think Jamie kind of won our business, the event manager there. We reached out to them to get our estimates, and they were really lovely people. So if you're ever looking for an event venue, maybe the Ace Hotel. And so begin planning that event, reaching out to Texture Contemporary Ballet. They're also really lovely people. And begin your sponsorship outreach. So we touched on it a little bit earlier, but sponsorship is a really underutilized thing. Just we have PNC, Highmark, even smaller businesses that want to support nonprofit organizations. So we've provided a sponsorship package just as a suggestion or guideline, and then just using that to solicit. The possibilities are endless. You never know what PNC executive just will absolutely fall in love with the unique music that you're offering. So that is a part of that as well, and that will help you kind of get an idea of what you can afford as related to Pioneering the Abstract event. In February, finalizing the details for that, launching the Eventbrite, which we've given you suggestions for, and the Facebook event, and promoting the event on social channels and the website. In March, beginning to through January and February, but especially in March, just deciding where to target your Facebook and Google ads. There are options in the back end of Facebook Ads Manager and Google for certain what the outcome you want is. So if you want to drive a likes campaign, you can do that. And that was what we would suggest at this point. And all of those things will kind of culminate from January, February, and March into very valuable data and insights and extra generated traffic and followers. And then in April, just launching the Pioneering the Abstract event, using that event to take really great photos and promote for future performances. And then in May and June, those are really focused on just looking at the back end of your ads manager, your Google Insights, and seeing what kind of feedback you're getting. And then from there, we can see where to really focus the rest of our budget. And then this is just a high-level overview of our budget estimations. That is included in the packet as well. And then this is the second page of our sponsorship package that just is a good guideline for having a document to send out to potential sponsors is a great place to start. So that you're not just cold calling, but you're saying what the benefit is for working with Aaliyah Music Cup. And yeah, so we really hope that you'll enjoy what we've put together for you. Thank you so much from Team Garrison Hughes. If you have any questions, please let us know. And it has really just been such a pleasure to learn about your organization and get to put this campaign together.
Questions?
So when the event you were thinking about these, so how many musicians were you guys bring to that event?
That really depends. I think, yeah, you.
Yeah.
is there used to be a gymnasium when the base hotel was YMCA, so it's a very large space. You can kind of work with it however you'd like. We were thinking it would be more of an experiential and interactive place, so we would say probably like 5 to 15 musicians, as well as the dancers around in the general vicinity. Depending on what kind of atmosphere you'd like for the event, you can really fit the space to whatever your vision is for it as well.
Yeah, it was interesting. The budget is 2,000, except we let it pay the performers, and that's where it was 15,000. So, but I don't want to sound negative. It's a really good idea, especially the textures. The texture connection was very interesting. I checked their website out, and you guys are right. It is a similar, approach and mission. And I really like their marketing in general, their website and so on. So I don't know if you guys know Multiply already. It's another also very promising artistic ballet company. And I checked their website to see why texture were not valuable. And the reason, the answer is because of the website. Texture website is great. So yeah, I'm actually very intrigued about that connection. Do you guys have a real connection, or was it just a...
I have a connection with them. There's a pop-up market called the Neighborhood Flea, and they have popped up at that market and done in like a concrete parking lot in the strip district, just a performance. And that's kind of like how we got the idea from a couple of us having seen their videos and seen them at events. Their pop-up component is really cool, and the fact that their ballerinas willing to dance on concrete. So we can probably get to that information for you, but their contact information just from their website, we do have, yeah.
I did have a very concrete functional question. So you have 86 survey responses. Out of how many, how wide was the net?
So what we did is we're all part of different organizations, different schools. We sent them in, I know I sent mine in my organization group chat, and we got responses that way. Some people sent them in their school Facebook groups. So we tried to cast as wide as net as possible, and we're just happy for any results that, like, people that took their time to respond.
And I think the response data is also in the packet too, so you
Yes.
can see male, female breakdown, age breakdown, things like that that can help kind of gauge the survey as well.
Yeah, the main thing I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about this issue, which is those 86 people. In fact, it's not a random sample, right? It's a sample of people who will respond to the survey. So in a way, it's a limited audience, and in a way, well, we want to reach the people who won't answer the survey. Right? Those are it's easy to engage these people, but what about the rest? So very interesting results. Thank you for doing that research and for sharing. But there's one thing that is always in my mind. Well, there's other people who are already coming, like surveying our own audiences. Well, they're already coming. So, how much is this information would help someone else? But anyway, very good. Thanks.
That's something definitely longer term we can do, just within the week, the span of a week. We just were like, let's get as many people as we can to just respond, and what data can we get.
No, 86 is an excellent. So I can tell that the net was wide. I don't know what's next. I don't want to.
You're fine. Here's the thing. So you keep going.
Well,
They need to hear this. Yes.
Did you tell them about the problem? Because like this thing is that you
Yes,
tell
I
them
know.
what other.
It's better worded. Too experimental for classical, too classical for experimental.
Yeah.
It's the concept that I was trying to get across in the video, and I'm sure I was clear, but I thought that was good wording. There's some good wording.
The other group is still outside.
Someone should, let's see.
Yeah, we can bring them in.
Okay, let me see if I have any more questions. Oh, yeah. So April, I know this is the kickoff event is a nice fantasy, so we're not getting ready to announce anything, but was there a reason why April, and especially, do you guys think that a summer event is too dangerous in the sense that people are out of town? Maybe the target demographics, in some ways you think in the summer is a better time for that, but maybe there's people in town. Is there any strategic thinking for April?
Yeah, for that, just because people are winter months, you're not going to get many people to try something new, get out to a new symphony, get out to a new experience. So that's when it starts kind of warming up a bit. People are looking for things to do. It's not quite the summer. You're not quite going on vacation yet. And I think our date is in the beginning of April. So we just thought like you're kind of ready to get over with winter. You're trying something new, just kind of appealing to the people seeking something.
Yeah, and I think another thought was that that's kind of the beginning of like the season for music events. Like,
Yeah, like it's the end of one and like the
Right.
beginning of another.
Yeah, and summer events definitely aren't too risky. We just wanted to have something kind of like a goal to work towards within that kind of 6-month period. Like Rachel said, yeah, it's easy to look forward to a newly thought spring event. So that is just one of many possibilities for incorporating different experiences with the music. So yeah, that was kind of in the future. Like we said, it's as much as anything here is fantasy, it's definitely a whole extra step to look beyond that 6-month period. We wouldn't be like comfortable giving you any more suggestions without having really good insights. So that again is why we kind of chose to have an event in that time frame.
Yes, I was really looking forward to your presentation. The SEO is something I've known that I have to figure out. The reason why it doesn't, I don't think that Squarespace doesn't mention it correctly.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of problem when it did say that it was then the subpages would add stuff on top. So I decided that and that's why, but you're putting my on my browser. And I was looking for adding to this tab. I had a tab open and I couldn't find it.
Yeah. There is a resource page too. There are a couple links to things that we found really helpful, and one of them is a Squarespace. Squarespace is like help SEO, and then another article that's like 12 tips for Squarespace SEO. So hopefully those will be helpful as well. It's a confusing world. It is.
I think those are the questions I had. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Get the other group?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice work.
I did a couple of years.
Why did I choose to work at Great Farm?
Yeah, we could really use you.
Oh, wow, is that flattering or what? Talk about vision. How's that?
Really talking about it.
All right, now you have in Stockholm, a prince in the Russian business.
Some of those in the right direction. I'm not sure what kind of place it is, so I'm not going to judge too much, but based on.
Make just a couple comments of the entire
Yeah,
report here. This is
maybe
stunning.
he was paying his rent, so I understand. I understand.
Your client has just a couple comments for you, and that we can mingle and talk and all of that sort of thing.
So this was such a great opportunity and experience for us. When I first talked to Rebecca, my question to her was, are we too small for this? Because it sounds great, but like, are you looking for a serious organization? And so that's how excited we were to have chosen to work on this. Really busy couple of months and weeks. I wish I had more time to more interaction. But in a way, that was a great thing because both of your teams and even some of the others touched on many things that we have organically started to think of. So and sometimes struggle with. So one example, like an extreme example, that is what happened with clickbait. It's awful. Right? We don't want to do clickbait. And when I'm thinking as the director of Ballet Musica of the people who in principle will be getting our Facebook posts, those are people I know, right? And what is Master Rosamund going to think of this obvious, terrible clickbait, right? But on the other hand, that's what we need to do. That's the reason why clickbait works. It just works. So it's hard to get out of that thinking small, thinking not anonymous, not thinking of the anonymous poem. So this is having seen what you guys came up with without much interaction is very good in that sense. It shows us what it is that we're coming across as for people who don't get I don't get a chance to talk to. So that in itself is great with all six teams. Your two particular plans were very. I wanted to know more. There were a couple of other proposals in the videos that were very well put together, and you can tell that they knew what they were doing and talking about. But in a way, okay, yeah, great ideas, great general tips. But with you guys, I really wanted to know more. And I wanted to know more about the kickoff event. I wanted to know more about. There's one issue. I forgot my notebook today, but there was. That's why you were chosen for this final one. So thank you so much. This is very useful. I do want to talk to your graphic design, whoever it was in your team or the people who were in your team who did the graphic designs. That was another big thing in both of your proposals. The posters and the concept for the posters were really interesting. And there's one event coming up in January that I need a concept, a graphic concept. So I really want to maybe I'll get some people contact because that was fun, both of you guys. So I don't know if you guys have any questions for me, but I think I wanted to say that. So thank you all.
What, guys, it doesn't get any better than this. What do you think? Do you get this kind of a reaction when you're out pitching and this kind of thing?
They did.
And you know, the advertising, the PR, the promotions, all of that sort of thing were spot on. And I'll tell you another thing. You guys are smart. You met this client at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? You finished this campaign at 5 or 4 or whatever it was. And that's great power because you had to put all your faculties to work. And where we went up, it's going to be with high honors and a good job. And, thank you all for your participation and the learning experience. Rebecca did some best.
I love it. Thank you guys all for participating. I think Gordon's going to just talk to us for a minute.
Yeah, less than that.
Less than that. Just a quick elevator pitch for the AdFed itself.
So we're, as I'm pretty sure you all know, for participating in the pitch, you get a great door prize, which is you are all members of AdFed for the student AdFed. Sorry. So welcome. See you at all the meetings. Someday you'll be a full-fledged paying member, and so looking forward to that as well. One of the things that you're also all invited to events that we have, including the Addies, which is coming up at the first of the year. You're very welcome to enter into student competition. I'd say the quality of the graphics, it's actually was excellent. Better, I mean, it gets better every year, to be honest. So obviously there's some creatives in the audience. Enter the student competition Addies. There's we want more student participation in it. So please enter, please come. And then we have an event actually this coming week, Tuesday, before Thanksgiving, called Shots for Shots. And so that is going to be at Penn Social. Do you know the address of that?
dumpsters from Tenpenny, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 10.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, around that area. As the name implies, there'll be alcohol there, but I'm not trying to induce anyone,
They'll cover you.
especially of a certain age. But it's also that you can get your headshot, for social media, for for your profile picture there as well. You can RSVP. It's from 6 until 9. So I'd like to see some of you guys down there. And again, great job. I don't know how else to say it. So you guys did a fantastic job. You nailed it. This was an exciting client. This was a very interesting. When we got this on, I went, wow, this is something. People can sink their teeth into this one. And I think they did. So thank you all very much.
And I now have a new music venue. I am a concert to it. Okay, mix and mingle and basically that's it. And I think it's David Kelly shooting the shots for shots.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. How'd you get here?
I snuck in.
Okay, all right. Award-winning photographer. One of his clients is Red Bull. You're gonna have the best.
Because Friendsgiving is like,
Oh, wow. Still doing it?
Yeah.
Good. You did a great job. Yeah, we're, there's a but he's a star. Out of Williamsburg, he got the PRSAs. He's one of ours. Hey, nice work. Yes. What's up?
similar thing, like 15 students, professors, really fun. Yeah, oh yeah. Right, yeah, there's certain parts, yeah, where it's considerate. No, it is beautiful. It's on a roof now, so that is
Hey, how's life without Steve? All right. You're next.
yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, things are going well. I talked to them more now than I did. Constantly texting messages and sending some more
Good, turn it off.
Let's hope we get it. No, I'm glad the guy from the AV department was around.
Back and go.